My name is Tran. I am a professor in the Department of Physics and Astronomy at Texas A&M University. And this is Inside a Scientist's Suitcase. As an astronomer, most of what we do is, we spend our time in our offices, and sometimes we go to observatories, and of course we're always working with students, but we actually work in isolation a lot of the time. And so it's nice to have opportunities throughout the year where you can meet other people who are working on stuff that you're doing or whose work you've been following, and then just talk to them more about it so you get ideas, and you can tell them about what you're doing and they get interested in what you're doing, and you can collaborate. And so that's how science moves forward too. It's not just a person sitting alone in their office working on their computer. It's also really important to just talk to people and to better understand what they're doing and how that relates to your own work. In 2016, I traveled, to Australia a few times, and then to Hawaii several times, all over the US, to Europe. I'm just trying to think where, South Africa, that was the first time, that was a big one. And that was just in 1 year. So yeah, I do a lot of traveling. So my research focuses on trying to understand how galaxies like our own Milky Way actually assembled. And so what that means is that, the galaxy didn't just appear one day, right? It had building blocks. And so what I do is I take observations of galaxies through what we call cosmic time. And so that's just a fancy word for saying that the farther away you look, the farther back in time you look. And so for what I do, I need to have pretty powerful telescopes. So I use the Hubble Space Telescope, I use the Keck Telescope, which is in Hawaii. I also use the Magellan telescopes, which are in Chile. And so, by combining all of these different techniques, you get different types of information. And so that's what I do. So the one thing that every astronomer has is a backpack, first of all. That's critical. Is my laptop. And this here is a sticker. If you may recognize it, is a combination of Hello Kitty and Grumpy Cat. Then, in terms of what's inside, so travel mug. So I'm a big tea drinker. I also drink coffee, but I drink a lot of tea. So I always carry my own tea with me. Once again, you never know what the tea situation is going to be. It's not like I'm a snob about it. It's just that there's a type of tea that I really like to drink, and I have to have it. And if I don't have it, it's just bad news for everybody. So because my observational research really pushes telescopes to their limits. And so I know that whenever I'm making a measurement or an observation, it's something no one else has seen before. Life has its ups and downs, but always to challenge yourself, because you just never know what you'll be able to accomplish.